So one thing that I think most people building websites and building landing pages are not doing enough of is social proof. I've started to hear some marketers talk about this using the term social maxing, saying that we should really be maximizing the impression of social proof as much as humanly possible. And I'm just going to show you an example that I feel is a very strong example to showcase here as to why this might be the case. So if you have a brand new business, or let's say you have a business that is 5 years old, but you have a website that is using stock photos, the only social proof it has is some Google reviews that are synced in or are being pulled in using a plugin near the bottom of your page, and everything else is just words, stock photos, some elements explaining what you do and the value adds that you bring to the table. But you have a really solid design. That's great. That's great. But that's better than a bad website. But what is on your site to make people understand that you're real, that you're real, there's something real to you, that you must be legitimate? Let's just say that you're a renovations company. What is there to showcase that you're the kind of company who actually is on the job site every day? You have multiple crews out completing renovations, and 95% of your clients are happy, and you're doing good work. How are they supposed to validate that, right? So a lot of times, this is how I've been describing it to some of the people we've been speaking with or clients when we're advising them on how to improve the CRO of their page, is people don't even know for sure if you're real, if you're using stock photos and you don't have a ton of social proof. So that's one element. Is there's a lot of times where it just looks like a website online. Just literally, it looks like a website that doesn't have anything real on it. There's no real photos. There's no real people. There's no personal brand attached. There's barely any reviews, and none of them can be verified. So that's a website that isn't going to be as powerful as one that oozes legitimacy through and through. So I'm just going to show you an example of a site that is really good with CRO. And here's why you should take it seriously. This is a conversion rate optimization agency. So they do good work in creating websites that make people want to convert. They also do ongoing CRO of A/B testing different pages to constantly be testing them to identify variations that work best. And they do landing page design as well. So with this in mind, what exactly are they doing, right? This is a company that clearly is at the forefront of this industry. So I personally see this as one of the best examples that I could be showing to exemplify this. So along with all the good headlines and good copy, what do they have mixed in here? You'll notice, because this video, I could talk all day about what goes into a good landing page, but this video is about the social proof and social maxing of landing pages. These guys have made a brand 100 grand. These guys have made my brand 100 grand, bit of a tongue twister, in the last 4 months as their Firestone, with a call to action. They've got call to actions everywhere, social proof everywhere. Press B to book a discovery call. Case studies. Even these are all intentional, right? It's case studies. What do case studies do? They add social proof and legitimacy. What do reviews do? They add social proof and legitimacy. So they basically have a website where you can either do, the only options you can do up top are do the desirable action that they want, do the other desirable action that they want, or read case studies that are just going to convince you that they're amazing, reviews that are just going to convince you even more so that they're amazing, or look at the pages that for the two things that they sell. And on this page, which is one of those two pages, there's of course good copy. All of that is intentionally curated. It's designed to highlight the benefits that you're getting from it and how. Right? So that is a different discussion. This video is a real person with the logo. Oozes legitimacy, right? Oh, this is a real brand with a real studio with nice microphones and somebody shooting a high quality video. He has a little spiel about what he brings to the table and why it matters. shares a little bit about the types of brands he's working with. Again, oozing social proof, oozing legitimacy, before going right into client testimonials, more client testimonials, more client testimonials, more client testimonials. What could add more legitimacy than real business owners talking from the gut, just talking literally about their experience and how much it has helped their company? So we haven't even got any further down, and there's this, and it sure seems like 6 to 10 examples in this video. Again, call to action, more reviews on Trustpilot. Again, totally reputable, totally legitimate place for social proof. An emphasis of that social proof, highlighting the value they sell. And look at this, even more case studies. These are just basically micro case studies, along with credentials that are followed by even more social proof. It's so much more legitimate when there's a name, and it's so much more legitimate when it's a name and the business. Not everyone can expose what companies they're working with. There are some requirements to that. But again, another one. Before going into the traditional elements of landing pages, down here there's a little bit more emphasis of legitimacy and even more. And these are kind of emphasizing legitimacy as well. I think social proof is really what I meant to say here, and 3,500 other brands. So, and I guess it's not even done yet. It goes right into experts in landing page design, different styles of landing page design and conversion rate optimization they've worked with. And these just happen to be real companies as well. Even more social proof added to the portfolio here. You really can't get to the bottom of this page and not realize these guys are completely legit, and they have a lot of good examples. So again, more reviews, and many of them include video. Video reviews are so much more powerful, are even more powerful, right? Unless they feel fake and corny. Even more. And then again, more elements of landing page design, followed by social proof. A little bit more social proof. So I don't know if that's just me, but this is so much more social proof than almost any business is putting on their page these days. And if that isn't enough to emphasize how important it is that a highly rated, thousands of clients worth of work conversion rate optimization agency is doing this, if that isn't enough to showcase that it is powerful, I honestly don't know what is. I think if you just zoom out and think about what we are, who we are as humans, there is something that makes us feel so much more confident that something is reliable if other people have followed that path. And that goes way back to, our days as hunter-gatherers, where we could come out of the cave and we could go that way, where you can see that the grass has moved and a whole bunch of other people from the tribe have followed that path, or you can go this way and risk getting eaten by a tiger. And that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but that is basically something that you can relate what is going on when you're getting ready to spend thousands of dollars on a new website, and you're trying to decide if somebody is worth investing in and what the risk of investing in them is. You're going to feel so much safer going somewhere that over and over shows that they're a legitimate company out there doing real things. Because companies that aren't succeeding aren't out there doing real things, right? They're not out there getting professional photos. They're not out there with a team with matching uniforms out on site. They're not out there getting tons and tons of real case studies and tons of real reviews, and especially video testimonials. So with all of that stuff in mind, the question then just becomes, what kind of social proof applies to you? And how much do you have? My personal opinion is that going into 2025, 2026, 2027, up to 2030, content generation through AI is expanding rapidly, and building good sites easily using AI is expanding rapidly, and creating good content rapidly using AI. These things are all accelerating very quickly. And having things that look visually pleasing is not going to be novel at some point. And what makes you stand out? What is something that no AI can replace? And it's real legitimacy, real reviews from real people with real businesses where you can go and look at their company, and real case studies that you can replicate over and over again that are verifiable, reviews that are verifiable, that you know they've come from a real person. Those are the things that are going to be priceless over time. And not only is that a strategy that is super important for better CRO right now, it's also something that is, I think, in the future going to be one of the few things that cannot be, not one of the few things, but one of the things that convinces people to shop from you that cannot be replaced by AI at all. So if if you need help with CRO, or if you need help with landing pages, or if you need help with ads, we do this stuff every day. We help companies optimize their web pages. We help consult on landing pages for people we're running ads for. We can help people optimize their product pages for their e-com stores. We help run ads for service companies, SaaS companies, and e-com stores. And landing page design and the quality of the pages and the page experience you're sending people to, and the quality of the ads that you are showing people to then convince them to go to the page and follow through that experience is absolutely a huge impact on the outcome of your ads. So it's not something to neglect. The magic of ads does not happen from poking around and tinkering in platforms alone. It happens from a holistic strategy that all works together. So I'll end this here. If you have any questions or if you need some help with this type of work, feel free to reach out to us anytime.